Hey everyone, I'm Ben.
I'm Rob.
Welcome back to the One Piece versus 4K podcast, where we compare the One Piece 4Kids anime to the Funimation dub, sometimes sub, and throw in comparisons to the manga. We're back today to cover various amounts of different episodes, since we're like one or two episodes difference from the One Piece 4Kids version and the Funimation dub. It's all over the place now. But yeah, my episode is episode 14. I guess we'll get into your episode title or titles at the end. Um, my episode's name is The Perfect Plan, with the word per uh, as like a pun on, the Meowman brothers.
Okay.
Yeah. So the episode opens up with Captain Kuro knocked out cold. Um, his crew can't believe it. Luffy says there's 5 reasons to stay down as he prepares his fist. Or he says, here's 5 reasons to stay down. And he like basically counts down and prepares his fist for an attack. Um, all of a sudden, the veggie pirates launch in and start beating the crap out of Captain Kuro. Usopp is freaking out as the veggie pirates walk over to Usopp and tell him that he stinks like stinky socks for lying to his own crew. Usopp says, "Who cares?" as Kuro gets back up, and the pirates begin to shiver with fear. Kuro walks past them and kicks Usopp down. Usopp's kind of already on the ground at this point, but he just like kicks him down even further. Uh, Kuro tells Luffy that his fighting was impressive and he must have eaten the cursed fruit. Luffy then says yes, he's a rubber man, and Kuro tells Django he'll take care of him, while Django uses his hypnotism to make Kaya vanish. So he basically says, I'll take care of Luffy. You use your hypnotism to make Kaya vanish." Um,
Mm.
is this pretty in line so far?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, vanish, or he says, go kill Kaya and get her to sign the will.
Okay, yeah. I got some really interesting insight about death in this episode too later on. They say something that I'm shocked at them saying in the 4Kids anime, but we'll get there
Okay.
when we get there. Um
Okay.
yeah, so uh yeah. So he then tells Django to also boil the veggies as they're becoming a nuisance. I thought that was a pretty funny line right there. Um Zolo then gets in the way of Django as Django six uh, Butchie on him. Um, Butchie jumps into the air and stomps down so hard that it causes an avalanche. Zolo dodges and asks if it was his best shot as Butchie strikes again, strikes him basically into the mountain. Zolo then like blocks the attack as best he can with his sword. um, Usopp then tells Zolo to hang in as he's lying on the ground out of breath. Uh, Kuro then asks Django to pick Kaya out of her misery for good. um, as Usopp gives the veggie pirates some orders to protect Miss Kaya and get away safely. So there's a lot of back and forth going on in this episode, and I really am kind of confused why Kuro has to remind Django once again what to do. Um, But yeah, he then uh Usopp then says the veggie pirates are for protecting things that are most important, and Kaya is their most important treasure. The veggie pirates then start to pull Kaya away as Kuro tells Django to fry them. So now he's got another pun with the vegetables. Now he wants to fry the vegetables. Django then says, "You fools, prepare to see his lethal stars," as Usopp hits Django in the chest with the rock from his slingshot. Um, is that what happened here on in your end? Was it an attack from a slingshot again?
From Usopp to
Django.
Oh yeah. It was still a slingshot. I think the only pistol shot is from
The
Usopp
last,
to Kuro. Yeah.
okay, in the
Yeah.
previous episode.
Yeah.
Got it. So what happens to the gun?
I mean, I think he just like drops the gun or something. I don't know. He
Okay.
like the slingshot is his weapon of
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So then yeah. So then Kuro then tells Django to shake off, the attack. It's no big deal to go ahead and go after them, as Kuro ensures him that they will never escape Django, and he can help them if he wishes, but he'll have to get over the hill alive. Oh, so yeah, so he's basically saying um to you know, Usopp, you can try to do whatever, but they're never going to get over the hill alive. Um, Zolo and Butchie are in a standoff as Zolo performs the Onigiri on Butchie, sending him soaring. Luffy then congratulates Zolo as we see some birds. I guess it's buzzards that are swarming over ahead Usopp. I couldn't really even tell what kind
Mm.
of birds those are.
Oh, I mean,
Were they?
yeah. I think it was just.
Yeah.
I don't remember like specifically birds. Like, is it just like birds over like like little Tweety birds? Kind of like when someone's like knocked, it's like.
No, no, no. There's like birds that are like flying, swarming overhead at Usopp. They like pass by him, and then Kuro then mentions that it's too late and Django must have already done his job. Kind of like implementing that the buzzards are coming in because Kaya's already dead, and so are the veggie kids.
Oh, like off in the distance, birds
Yeah.
coming out. Yeah, no, actually. So yeah, actually, so what happens is you hear a scream and then you see the birds kind of flutter out. So there's actually some noise. Is there no noise? Is it just like buzzards coming out?
Yeah, I
Or
didn't
sorry,
hear any scream or
birds?
anything like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no, there's like an actual like sound that comes out and then Kuro said
Okay.
that. Yeah,
Got it. Yeah.
yeah.
That was really confusing to me. I'm just like, what in the world? Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So then Zolo and Pudgy, yeah, okay, already said that, man. I'm getting all mixed up here. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, okay. So then Usopp asks how Kuro could be her butler for 3 years and not have any pity for her. Kuro says Kaya is nothing more than a pawn, and to win you must sacrifice a pawn. Luffy then tells Usopp to go after Kaya as both him and Zolo got it covered. Usopp powers through his pain, tries to get up and walk away before falling back down again. Kuro tells him he looks ridiculous and that he's a joke. Kuro then says he's safer on the ground because even if he could get up, he wouldn't be a match for Django. Uh, Usopp tries to get up again once more, saying he won't let Kuro lay a finger on the villagers as the other pirates and uh, Kuro's crew begin to laugh. Luffy picks up a huge boulder and throws it at them, uh, um, basically giving them a warning saying he will crush them all if they continue. Uh, Solo then picks up Usopp and heads towards Django as Kuro asks who gave them permission. As soon as he asks that, Luffy comes flying in and tries several attacks, uh, one of them being the Gum Gum Spear, as Kuro
Mm.
constantly dodges, but Zolo and Usopp are able to escape. So, still same on your end?
Yeah, I mean, only difference is that Luffy when he like so when all the pirates are like kind of laughing at Usopp as he kind of struggles to get up, Luffy he does get mad and he takes like a I guess like it's like a boulder or something and he smashes it in front of them and then he's like, "What's so funny?" And then all the pirates kind of get all scared because like they know how strong Luffy is. So yeah, he
Yeah,
basically
yeah, I mentioned that happens in mine.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so instead of saying, I guess what you said, they said he in the regular Funimation dub, he's like, "What's so funny?" Yeah,
Oh,
but
okay,
besides
got it.
that, so far the dialogue is all the same. Yeah.
Okay. Um, yeah. So then Kuro asks, talking to Luffy, and asks why does he care so much if he's an outsider. Luffy tells him because there's a man in the village he doesn't want to hurt. Uh, and Luffy then tries the Gum Gum Whip and the Gum Gum Blast as he's trying the Gum Gum Blast, Kuro ends up on his arm and it just starts running at him as fast as he can and cuts Luffy in the mouth. Uh, we don't really see any blood or anything like that. Uh,
Okay.
the pirates start cheering for Kuro as he yells at them, telling them he's done being called a pirate. He's done being called Kuro even, and warns them not to call him that again. So
Mhm.
now we're in a flashback. So now it basically goes into a flashback scene where Django is telling Kuro that they're under attack. As Kuro
Mhm.
saying he's had enough, as it is the third run in they've had this week. Django says it's part of the occupation. They rob, they attack. Um, Kuro then suggests that he gives his name and reputation up, um, and decides that he wants to perish soon as he's had it living his life on the run. He says being a pirate does not agree with him anymore and that Django will now become the captain. Kuro walks out and asks his crew to lower a small boat as he rows towards the enemy ship. One of the pirates says
Mhm.
it's madness, and another pirate says it's suicide. And this is
Mm.
something I cannot believe that is uttered out of a pirate's mouth in the Four Kids dub.
Yeah.
They literally say the word suicide, but they skirt around saying, the word death and killing so many times,
Yeah.
but they're okay with saying suicide.
Yeah, I know that shocked me when you said that, but okay.
I had to, like, rewind it several times. I'm like, "Did he really say that?" But, then Django says, not to arrange the captain's funeral yet, as we see a cannon, quote, unquote, "blow up the tiny ship." Django tells him to sail the ship near the big one, as Django tells another pirate in private that he's a dead ringer for Kuro and that he has a plan to make everyone believe. The pirates hop aboard the ship to find all the other pirates dead except for the real captain uh, of the ship, who's been incredibly beaten. Django convinces the other pirate that looks like Kuro that he was the one who killed all the pirates and that he will go with the captain of the conquered ship to be captured and pay for what he's done, while the real Kuro will get away and be believed to have been captured. Um,
Okay,
yeah.
quick question. So, uh, I'm actually shocked that like they actually show all them dead. Like, yeah,
I
that
mean,
was kind of
they're
shocking.
they're yeah. I mean, they're all believed to be dead. And I mean, you don't see like blood or anything, but they're all like passed out, like knocked out.
Oh, okay. Okay,
You
okay. I guess
you
that's fair.
presume them to be dead.
Okay, I guess that's fair. I guess like in Four Kids, I guess the kids think they're knocked out. I guess I'm not sure. Because
Well, they
like
don't
yeah,
actually go out of the way to mention that they're knocked out, so which they
yeah.
have done in other cases. So in this case, as a young kid, all I can assume is that they're all dead. I mean,
Okay.
especially after the other pirates mentioning suicide.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, like in the regular version, yeah, they said it was like a bloodbath. It was terror. They couldn't believe what they were looking in their eyes and how one person can do that. And then as far as the person at the ship, I don't think they actually said he's the captain of the ship or the leader of the ship or something. It was just like one of the random Marines who were just like awake. He broke his jaw with his foot,
Mhm.
but yeah, so in the regular one, so Django he spots one of the pirates who looks really similar to Kuro, and he says, he basically says, "Hey, you come here," and he's like, He's like, I am. It's like it was nice knowing you, or I feel very. In like a sarcastic manner, it was like, hey, nice knowing you, or it was yeah, it's nice knowing you, or yeah, something like that. Basically, yeah, and then he does that. He does the whole hypnosis where he says you're gonna get executed in the like you're gonna be Kuro and you'll be executed as
Mhm.
Kuro, and he then hypnotizes that person, the other captain, to capture him. Um, do you know who the other guy is? The captain who captures Kuro?
I know,
We actually faced him already.
but I didn't see any of that in the episode, or I didn't notice that.
Um, it might have been some. I don't think it was something that was mentioned in the anime. I have to rewatch it, but like the person that actually turns in Kuro, from my recollection, is Captain Morgan, the captain that we saw back in Battleship Island where we met Zoro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's the guy who quote unquote captured Captain Kuro and turned him in.
Mhm. And
So,
that's
because
but I thought that's but, he he tells the he gives but the other guy who's, still alive on the ship hands him over to that guy, right?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
technically that captain doesn't capture him. The other captain, the last living person on that ship captured him
Yeah, basically,
and
yeah.
then hands him over to Captain Morgan. Got it. Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
I
no, no.
didn't.
Captain Morgan is the guy who survives or who's surviving, like who is living.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
He
then
was
he
the
is.
one who.
So you're saying he only become you're saying are you trying to insinuate that he becomes a captain only because he captures Kuro?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. I didn't notice that was him.
Yeah. It was also when like Kuro said, "Wow, he can still speak and he can still stand even though his like jaw is broken when he steps on his jaw or something." And you
Yes,
remember
they
like
even mentioned that in this episode, like
yeah,
that his jaw had his jaw had been broken.
yeah, and like you see like how like when we first met Captain
Oh, okay, so
Morgan,
that's why
his
he
jaw
has
was
yeah, I got it. That's why he looks
yeah,
like
yeah,
that. Okay,
yeah.
I
Yep.
got it. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't put two together. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
maybe
But
it's
yeah, go
just
ahead.
yeah. Okay, so the episode's almost over at this point. So now it cuts out of the flashback as we see Kuro explaining it to Luffy, and no one will get in his way. As we see Luffy stretch and pick up another boulder. Blocking Kuro's attack. I guess Kuro begins to attack him. He blocks it.
Mhm.
Then Luffy lifts another boulder up and slams it into Kuro, telling him that if he doesn't want a reputation, then he shouldn't be a pirate, and that if he wants to compare dreams with, if Kuro wants to compare dreams with Luffy, that his dreams are much bigger. Luffy's dreams are much bigger, and all of a
Mm,
sudden the episode ends.
okay. Yeah, so in my episode, so yeah, so actually this is actually episode what you just kind of mentioned is all in episode 15. Wait. Usopp Run. No, sorry. Uh this is all in episode 14. Where
So then we are back on the same episode somehow.
No, hang on. I want to. Oh no. Sorry, this is episode 15. Sorry.
Okay.
This is. I was just reading the episode description, and I almost because like in episode 14, the title card shows Kuro just adjusting his glasses. So I'm like, wait, is this that episode? No. This is actually episode 15, which is beat Kuro, Usopp, the man's tearful resolve. Usopp, the man's tearful resolve. So yeah, this is the episode where Zoro beats Butchie with the onigiri, and we start to see Luffy take on Kuro. And
Mhm.
actually, in my episode, so when Luffy actually like takes a boulder rock, and this is kind of like this is actually kind of something that might be like a theme within the show in its entirety. Basically, Luffy takes the boulder and he smashes it on Kuro's like yeah, when Kuro's about to attack him, he like smashes it into his one of his blade hands and he like breaks it. And Luffy basically says, um, if you don't want a pirate's reputation, you shouldn't have become a pirate. And he basically said, you're just greedy. I have ambition. Something to that extent when he breaks Kuro's one of his blade hands. And
So you're
yeah,
saying it's
that's
something he comes back and says multiple times.
yeah. I mean, he says those two things. I think in like basically one after another. He's like, if you don't want that reputation, you shouldn't become a pirate.
Got it.
And yeah, then he says, I have actual ambition. You're just greedy or something like that.
Got it.
But yeah, same thing. And yeah, so far, yeah, we're kind of not that we're in the same episode, but as far as pacing, yeah, right now it's kind of back to it's just one episode. Where yeah, this is episode 15 that that's correlates to your episode 14. So yeah, we're still yeah,
Nice.
it's still just one episode ahead.
Yeah. Also for those that were listening, well, thanks for listening. Also, I just realized we forgot to even talk about what we've been doing this week.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So we might as well just mention it here at the end. Since
yeah,
the last time we talked, what's been going on with you?
dude. So actually, on the One Piece front, man, like, so there was an episode this week. I think maybe during the lockdown or when One Piece was on hiatus, the anime was on hiatus. I think maybe the animators continued animating even through the hiatus because, like, so far we haven't had a bye week yet, which is great. That's something that really excites me, and obviously, like, I guess for people who are listening to this wasn't this past weekend, but the previous weekend, basically. Um, but yeah, like this episode this past weekend, oh man, like it was it was it was amazing. Like the animation was so great. Like there was this huge fight sequence at the end of the episode, and man, the animation in this episode is just absolutely insane. Like oh, and I know our podcast is kind of like centered around the actual like anime, and I don't want to say this, but I kind of do. But like if for people who are like because of how like how many episodes there are, the size of like the episode, like due to like how many episodes there are, some people are too intimidated to start One Piece because they're like
Hmm.
a lot of people think they have to dedicate pretty much an entire year to just One Piece to get caught up. That's I mean you can absolutely pace it well, where you can watch like 3 to 4 episodes a day, and you can get caught up in a year if you want to pace it well that way. And there are ways where you can pace it to a point. You can basically cut down certain episodes to 15 minutes an episode by just figuring out like time markers, like um, when the title sequence and sometimes the title sequence includes like the Roger speech at the beginning.
Hmm.
Sometimes it also includes a recap of the previous episodes, especially much later on in the anime.
Yeah.
There's like long recap sequences. If they can time when the actual episode starts and then um, when the episode to be continued title card comes up, if they can time that and they can actually, I think when I first started watching One Piece and I got really into it, that's kind of what I did. I just basically timed it. Like I found out, all right, this is the time marker for this arc. Like it's at this time marker that the recap is over, the opening sequence is over, the speech, if there is a speech, and the opening title card and the recap is over. So when I go to that episode, I immediately skip to that time mark, and then right at the title time mark, I'll get there, I'll stop there, and I can usually finish like 4 episodes in an hour because sometimes the episodes are like maybe 15 minutes of actual episode just because of how much recap they do. And I was able to like complete like 4 episodes in like an hour or something. In certain arcs, I was able to bring my pace to like I was able to bring it up to that pace. So I was finishing like 10, 20 episodes in like 3 to 4 hours just by doing that. And that's how I was able to catch up to it really quick. Um,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I
there are
mean,
ways.
I'm even doing that when I'm watching these episodes. I'm skipping the opening, and there even at this point there is recaps.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah, and that's just the thing. Like, and the reason I kind of say this is because if people want to catch up to the anime that way, the Wano arc, I'd say that the Wano arc that we're in right now in the anime, I'd say that is probably the best animated animation I've ever seen in any anime period. Like that's how amazing this animation is, especially the fight sequences. Like we just had a fight sequence in this past episode, and dude, oh man, this fight sequence is insane. Um like yeah, the fight sequence is just too insane. Like and the thing is like some people like they may get to like episode 200 and then they may stop. But the thing is like after especially like post time skip, the fight sequences are so much better. But it's like the part of the reason you don't want to skip to post time skip is because there's a lot of setup pre time skip that you don't want to miss
mhm.
out on. And I know our podcast is anime centered, but I'm like sometimes tempted to tell people, okay, go ahead and read the manga from the beginning all the way up to the Wano arc, and then watch the anime at the Wano arc. I'm like, real. That's kind of like what I've been telling certain people. Like, if you don't want to just like go through the anime, just go ahead and read the manga because like with the manga, it's easy to get caught up in like a month or two because it's easy to read like 30 chapters in like a 2 3 hour setting,
Yeah.
2 3 hour sitting. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I
the
never
anime
thought
is
about
also
it
pretty good.
that
Yeah,
way. Yeah, that could be a good way to get into it too.
yeah, yeah. Even though
Um,
like our show is definitely anime centric
yeah.
and we definitely want to look, because one thing I think like we've kind of seen this in past episode is even the actual anime, both in Japanese, English, and also for kids, there is a lot of like censorship between the anime and the manga itself. Like,
Mhm.
um, you know, back in the uh, Naval Ship Island, one thing we don't see is and I kind of mentioned this in our episode too, that in the manga, when Captain Morgan says you guys should like shoot yourselves or something, he actually orders his men to point a gun at themselves. And in the manga, you actually see the guys in the drawings, you actually see the guys pointing the gun at themselves, contemplating on taking their own life. When Luffy says you guys are crazy or something, and this is
Mhm.
something we don't see in the anime, but and that's not the only instance. Like even in this arc, in this battle sequence, when Django and this is something I mentioned last week, when Django throws his blade in the anime, Luffy catches it with his mouth, uh, but in the manga, it actually hits the back of Luffy's head, and he actually screams at Nami, "Hey, that really hurts," or something like that. And he was actually talking about uh, the disc, not Nami stepping on his eye. But
Yeah.
so yeah, we do see some differences, and like this also happens in the Wano arc too. Like, there's this one scene in the Wano arc where um there's this one scene in the Wano arc where a guy, like basically Luffy and Zoro bring like it's like this one city that's like Um, they don't have any resources or anything. They're low on food, low on water, everything. It's like so. It's a very poverty stricken, rundown thing because some basically the main villains are kind of like hoarding all the resources, so they don't have any resources or something, and it's like it's such a bad situation. And so basically Luffy and Zoro, they're bringing them food, and they brought them food, and when they bring them food, like this guy runs around to all the houses saying, "Hey, they brought food and drinks and stuff. Come." And in one of the houses, he actually goes in. In the anime, he opens up one of the houses, and it's like a mom and a grandmother, and I guess her mother and her child. They're just kind of like praying. You don't really you think, okay, they're just praying, and this guy's telling them to come out. But in the manga, in that scene, um, it's actually a very dark scene because in the manga, um, the mother, the grandmother, and the child are actually well, the child's not really funny. It's a baby, but like both the grandmother and the mother, they're actually praying right before committing a seppuku. They're basically about to. The mother was actually about to like stab the baby and then stab herself, and then the grandmother was going to stab herself too. So it was a very dark scene that they like censored.
Mhm.
So it's like,
So what you're saying is, actually just read the manga only, and also once you get to past the time skip, watch the anime and manga.
yeah. I mean, like in terms of like the fight sequences, honestly, the fight sequences, like uh, uh, one. So there's like, it's not really like a One Piece fan group. It's like an anime fan group on Facebook. It's not really an anime fan group either. It's like RDC World is like this YouTube group where they do like bunch of skits. It's a bunch of anime centered skits, and they have like a Facebook group. And in the Facebook group, people mainly talk about anime in the Facebook group, and there are people, and One Piece is like one of the anime that gets mentioned a lot in that Facebook group. And some people talk about how they watch up to like an X amount of episodes, and they're like, man, these fight sequences aren't that great or something, or it's so dull.
Yeah.
And I keep having to tell them like the fight sequences are gonna get a lot better. Like, in this arc, we're just getting introduced to all the characters, getting used to like, all right, this is like what their base fighting skill is,
Yeah.
and you see them improve on those fighting skills as the story goes on and on and on.
And I'm
um
sure I'm sure too the ease and quality of animation is just so much better too anyways. Like it's easier for
yeah,
them to do more involved fights.
yeah, basically. And like I tell them like the fight really like goes to a different level around episode 270. And I mean, one character just levels up every single arc, but like in terms of all the characters, I'd say around 270, like the fight sequences just get insane. And then post time skip is just it's like they just level up to a whole nother level post time skip. And then especially Wano, like, man, the animation in Wano is like so beautiful, and so like it's just I guess I don't know, man. They just got extra money or something. I'm glad whatever animators they have are doing the animation in this arc. I hope they stick with these animators, or if they can improve on it for the next arc too, that'd be great too. Because the animation level in this arc is just amazing. Like the fight sequence that we just saw this weekend. Oh man, it's one of those things where I'm so glad I got into this anime and I watched this anime, and I'm starting to read this manga a lot more. Like I'm so happy I've like picked up on this thing because this arc is just has been insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I can kind of know what you're I really do kind of know what you're saying about like even yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy. Like even like the quality of animation, not even like from a fighting standpoint, and some of these animes just get so much better that like trying to
yeah,
go back to the older episodes, it's like, oh my gosh. And it's probably even worse for me right now. Like as far as me not being sold on anything at all. No, I'm not saying I'm not. I enjoy watching it, but I'm saying if from where I'm coming from right now, I'm watching the 4Kids version, and I'm also
Hmm.
watching, TV rips from Canada. So, like, the quality
Okay.
is awful. I mean, because they never really released these, other than on TV.
Yeah,
Um
yeah, too. Yeah,
But
true.
yeah, but, like, even with that put aside, yeah, I don't think the animation is necessarily bad, but I can see how, like, over time, it could definitely get better. Like, even if I have to, like, compare with an anime that I do know, like, watching, like with Dragon Ball Z, like, if you watch the early Dragon Ball, Z episodes, or just, like, the entire first Dragon Ball Z series, none of the animations is that good, like, in the fight sequences, and then if you see, like, some of the newer movies or even Dragon Ball Super, it's like, "Wow, this actually looks, like, really legit good." Um
Yeah, 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 and that was the thing. Like, I think some of the One Piece YouTubers who are like dedicated One Piece, like that's their channel, or like anime related channel. Like that's also what they were saying about this fight sequence. This past weekend, they were like, this is like movie quality animation in this fight
Mhm.
sequence. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, the animation's got that good. Plus, also, I think it's also like the evolution. I mean, the evolution through time too. Like, this anime has been going on for like 20 something years now. So, uh, yeah, 20. Yeah, actually, it's like 20 or 21 years because the anime started around 99, I think. So,
Mhm.
yeah. So it's like, yeah, the anime has been like going on for 20 years, though of course there's gonna be evolution of time and animation. So of course the animation is gonna improve over time too. But also like just the fights that they do, it also kind of like improves. So dude, like yeah, like it's one of those things where I'm just really happy I took up interest in this anime because man, this arc is really it's really paying off, man. So if there's anyone who's listening to us that is watching the anime and like they're binging through it or something, I highly recommend they keep up with it because man, it really starts to pay off as like the episode goes up and up and up. It really starts to pay off just because of the progression of the story. And it's like an ever expanding world almost. But yeah. But I guess yeah, that's on the One Piece front. The episode was just it was just a great episode. No chapters this week. They're on a. I think someone said it's actually just like a buy for the magazine editor. Like they apparently do this 1 week buy or something. So, well, there is a chapter when this episode comes out, but from when we're recording, no chapter this past weekend. So, there will be an episode out this upcoming weekend though. So, yeah, looking forward to that. And yeah. Um, I think yeah. I think that's it on the One Piece front. How's it going with you?
Yeah, not much other than watching, One Piece and working. No, I this weekend I played a bunch more Borderlands pre-sequel. I'm all into trying to beat the one Borderlands game I haven't played. My wife will say I need to play another one. That's like a there's like a story centered one called Tales from the Borderlands that
Mhm.
she played. Did you ever play any of those? Have you ever? Did you ever play any of those like uh, Walking Dead games, like the story ones?
No, I don't think I ever really played any
Or
kind
did
of
you ever
zombie games besides Slender
well,
Man.
it's not even okay, no. They have, like, these story type of games, that, like, you just, like it's almost like a choose your own adventure type thing where you choose what to do, and
Mm.
you can get, like, different outcomes. They have a bunch of them. They have, like, a bunch of Batman ones and, stuff like that, but they're pretty popular, but yeah, she says I need to play and beat that one, so I'm sure somewhere along the line I'll go play that. But I just really like the action in these games, just like mindlessly shooting uh, creatures, aliens, and stuff, people. But
Like
yeah.
I have played games where it has different outcomes. Like for instance, I've played I forget what this game is, but like you actually get to decide, like, depending on the actions you take, it changes your power from negative to positive or something. You're like an electrical man. I'm not sure what it is. It's like I don't know if it's BioShock. It's like
Oh, you talking about Infamous or something?
yeah,
Yeah.
Infamous. Where it has one of two endings. You can either do all the nice things and have like a nice
Yeah,
ending,
no.
or you can do all the evil things and have
Yeah,
that.
the game I'm talking about, it's more like a it's like it's like you're watching just it's like you're just watching a video, but you have choices for like dialogue and stuff.
Oh,
It's
okay,
like
okay, okay,
it's
okay, okay.
like a cross between a graphic novel and a video game type thing. So
Oh,
it's
okay,
not
okay,
like
okay, okay.
yeah, I do wanna play it, because I do enjoy the story, somewhat in these Borderland games, but mainly I just enjoy the like, you just find random guns, and that always are, like, better than the ones you have, or you just pick random stuff up, and then sometimes it's better, and then, I don't know, you just keep going through a mindless amount of missions, I don't know. I'm just really having fun playing all of these games now and trying to complete every mission because
Mm.
it's just a good distraction from everything.
Yeah, what's kind of crazy is that we're already in August now, man.
Yeah, I know.
Like
Yep.
August kind of crept up on us all of a sudden.
Yeah, I'm excited for this coming week because I'll be off for a week, so I'll be
Yeah.
spending the week at home. Which it's actually kind of funny because I always like these. I feel like I'm getting what I wish for because like these past few years, like I do enjoy going on vacations and I do enjoy doing all this stuff, but, like, sometimes I actually really wanted to just take a couple of days off and do nothing. Um, and
Yeah.
now I have the opportunity to do that, but I wanna be doing other things. But yeah,
Yeah.
anyways, it's just, it will be enjoyable. I'll be playing a lot of video games this upcoming week, so maybe I'll beat some more.
Yeah. I do think the shelter in place and work from home, I think people are starting to realize that working from home isn't like a vacation or like a lazy thing or a way to be lazy or something. I think people are realizing that, oh, like working from home, it's like you're still putting in the effort while you're working from home. It's not like a lazy day, it's like an actual work. You're continuing
Yeah,
to work.
yeah, I
So,
think, I don't even wanna go down that train of thought. I mean,
yeah.
people almost everyone's working more than they've worked before, and I think people are starting to realize that, um,
Yeah.
and actually, it's really not you really gotta hope you have managers and and you work at a place that respects that, because I don't know, it just feels like, the boundaries aren't as well as respected as they were before.
Yeah, yeah, true.
But
Uh
yeah, luckily everything's
yep.
going fine with me. I'm still, trying. I'm still doing the same exact hours I was doing, and just I'm continually being someone on my team that's trying to strive to lead by example. That this is how we should function. So it seems to be
Yeah.
rubbing off on other people too. So that's good.
Yeah, I mean I think like with me, like my manager, she's kind of made it a little more I mean, granted, like I just joined this job fairly recently too. It's like a little more. I'm definitely taking more. I don't know. I don't know if I would consider this a progressive approach, or maybe some people may consider this a lazy approach. But it's like I am in my workday. I'm taking stuff a little differently. Where like I will work, like I'll attend all the meetings when I need to attend them, and I'll get my hours in, but it's like my hours will be kind of like it'll sometimes be spread throughout the day. And I think that might be mainly because of like right now it's not really like a collaborative effort where I'm like collaborating with someone constantly. It's like I'm doing my own thing kind of by myself for a
Mm,
period. So it's like because of that, you know, I'll kind of wake up in the morning and then I'll kind of work for like 2 to 3 hours, and then I'll kind of like stop working for a little bit, go like make some lunch or something, maybe go out, or maybe take like a an hour or 2 hour basically break, and then I'll continue working for like 3 to 4 more hours, and then I'll kind of stop again for a little bit, take a break, and then I'll kind of continue working. And like I'm able to like kind of get my work done. Like I'm able to like get my stuff done, and that's not like what I do every single day. But like on certain days I'll do that. On other days
Yeah.
I might like just work 5 hours, take a break, and then work 3 hours, and then be done for the day or something like that.
Yeah.
So my work days have kind of been a little more. I've been kind of taking like a little more flexibility with my work days, but I'm still getting in like what I need to get done. But it's like I'm taking like a little bit of a flexibility approach. Um, yeah. Um, and I think part of the reason is because a lot of my team members are based in California or based in India, so it's like there is no like sense of like,
Yeah, that's
okay, this
rough.
person, yeah. So because of
Yeah.
that, at least for now, I mean, later on when I really start to get integrated with this company, there's a chance they may be like, all right, so we're gonna work collaboratively. So they'll probably want me on like, I mean, I'm always online. I'm always like people can always reach me on Slack because I have like all the chat applications that are with my job in my phone. So it's like if anybody slacks me at any time, I can like just instantly get on my laptop. Obviously, there are certain boundaries, like like I won't like get on at 12 at night or like at 5:30 in the morning or something like that. But like but like there is usually that boundary, between 8 a.m. to like 9 or 10 p.m. I'm okay, but like past 12, it's like I won't answer it.
Dude, past 6, I'm not answering
Yeah,
because I wouldn't do it when I was in the office. I don't think
that's
yeah.
fair. Yeah.
That's all yeah. But yeah, I don't wanna go down a tirade, and I'll be talking for hours. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
uh, I guess thanks for listening, everyone.
yeah.
Um, and we'll be back next week uh, for a new episode. Thank you.
Cool. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.